We're live. The camera was switched around, so I had to change it back.
It's not showing that it is.
Maybe refresh it.
Okay. Maybe say if it hasn't started to refresh it.
No, it should. I mean, it's on there. Let's see. I think that may have just been for us, but yeah. That may have just been for us, but yeah, it has not started. That may have just been for us, but yeah, it has not started. That may have just been for us, but yeah, it has not started. That may have just been for us, but yeah, it has not started. That may have just been for us, but yeah, it has not started. That may have just been for us, but yeah, it has not started. That may have just been for us, but yeah, it has not started. That may have just been for us, but yeah, it has not started. That may have just been for us, but yeah, it has not. Okay. Is there a loop for anyone else? You would think this is like the first time that we've ever done this, but it has been.
We are also eating dinner.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I remember now. If we touch this, it shakes the camera.
Okay. Is it fixed? Hopefully.
Is the sound okay for everybody?
Which one?
I was just trying to make the words bigger so we could see.
Let's do this. Okay. So, hi guys. It's been like over a year, I'm sure, since we've done a live. Honestly, I mean, we could probably go back and look at the last time we did one, but I don't remember off the top of my head.
For those of you that are up to date on Thomas's blog, he did test positive for COVID. You started showing symptoms on
Tuesday. I wrote it down.
Tuesday,
Mm-hmm.
and then tested positive on
Friday. Yeah.
He is vaccinated. The first couple, well, I'll let you say since this is your story.
What?
Just like your symptoms and how you felt.
Yeah, like Tuesday, I got like really cold. I got a bunch of chills, and then I had like a 99 point something fever. Wednesday, I felt fine, I think, and then I started feeling even worse as the night went on, and then Thursday I felt really bad. My fever was like 101.4, and so then Thursday morning Thursday morning I looked all over for rapid testing in our area, and there were none available. So then I just decided to get the regular testing, and it went at 3 p.m. that day, and then, I mean, we all pretty much realized what it was as soon as I couldn't smell or taste anything. And then the aches and the chills and the fever kind of gave it away. And so Friday got the results that it was COVID. A couple people have asked if it was the Delta variant, but I didn't. It doesn't say that on the thing. But I've read several articles that say because it's surging right now that the Delta variant is making up most cases of COVID in the U.S.
So, I was sick. Let's see.
Wow.
Your brother and I. Did you bring her?
It was hot.
Yeah. Your brother's wedding was on
August 7th.
August the 7th. Shortly after that, Thomas's older sister Amy tested positive for COVID, like within a couple of days, and then
she's vaccinated too.
She was also vaccinated, and then like 7 to 14 days after that, I got really sick and was sick for about a week, and I stayed home. We both had like trouble remembering the time frame of when that was and how I actually felt.
Mm-hmm.
But at the end of it, I decided that I wanted to get tested, and I went and got tested, but I had a negative test result. It was a rapid test.
Those aren't accurate, I've read.
Shortly after that, my mom started getting sick, and she and my younger sister tested positive for COVID last week, and then Thomas tested positive this week. So, yeah, Everyone seems to be doing okay. My mom and my younger sister are not vaccinated, which I don't agree with. That's another story for a different day, but yeah. So Thomas, this is the first day that he has seemed to be doing pretty good. You pretty much slept all day yesterday and the day before.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I think today I feel fine. I mean, not fine. I feel like 85% better, and then the other 15% is like I'm just congested and I'm just really tired. Even like right now, I slept for like 2 hours today. Took a 2-hour nap, and I'm still so tired. But like I haven't had a fever in days, and yeah.
So we don't have an edited video going live today, but this week we do most likely have 2 videos coming out, and we're excited for those to come out. One of them will change how our social media looks from this point forward, so we're excited to share that one with you guys. We bought something recently that's going to be in an upcoming YouTube video, and we're really excited to show you that. A lot of fun things that I'm really excited to share with you guys this week. The most exciting being that we'll be sharing this week. I'd say either Tuesday or Thursday.
Yes. Yeah.
So, is there anything to catch them up with? I feel like we have not done this so long. We're just like kind of rusty.
Yeah.
It feels weird being live because for some reason I have like a memory of there being sound, and there's the only sound is us talking, and that's kind of strange.
But remember, we have to look here.
Yeah.
And that was one of the things that we received feedback on is we're so used to looking at our computer screen, which is below the cameras.
Which is, it's hard to keep up with the...
Yeah. Because we like to see what you guys are reading.
There's Linda. Hello, Linda.
Hi, Linda.
And I saw Sapna's on here, and Terry.
Yeah, I used to do like a run through. I'd be like, hey, Seth and Sapna and Tracy and Lane and RC and Jose and Natasha and John and Dylan and Linda.
All the peeps.
The good old days.
Yeah, so for a lot of you guys, you have been following us for a long time. Make sure you check back sometime this week on a video that we have up and coming. Is it like, are we far enough along on editing it that we could say a specific day? Or do we want to say like...
It just kind of depends on when the Q&A can go live.
So we have a Q&A that'll go live this week, and then we have another video that'll go live this week.
A bonus video.
Yeah.
Hey, Frank.
We'll let you know so that you can plan for it, but we'll probably shoot for either Tuesday or Thursday for one of those, and maybe one for next Sunday, I don't know. But you don't want to miss it.
Yeah, it's one we're really super excited about. I worked on it all day today, and I'm happy with it.
What else? We are finishing up on the downtown renovation house that we're working on. My mom is going to be moving into that house with my younger sister, which is nice because they'll be really close to us. And we will have a babysitter that is right down the street, which is really nice. The house that she's currently living in is one of our rental houses. I think we're going to sell that one. And the farm is coming along. We have a renovation on Holiday House that got started a while back, but we are full steam ahead on that one. Dixie is still out there watching all of the farm animals and kind of managing the farm. Our pond is about 90% finished, which is amazing because we ran into so many issues with the first pond crew that we hired for that. Our friends Matt and Bo came and visited us because of the hurricane that hit New Orleans, and so they were with us I think a little over 2 weeks.
Almost 2 weeks. It was. Bo said it was 10 days.
So that I think about has you caught up on most things except for what's going to be on the videos for this week. So why don't you guys tell us what is going up with you guys? I feel like we have not talked. Aranda said, "How are the kids?" The kids are doing amazing. They were all three supposed to go back to some type of school this year. So the oldest is in second grade. The what?
Oh no, he's in first grade.
Oh, first grade. I'm bad with numbers and remembering really anything. So
No,
Thomas tapped my knee like I did something wrong, and
I was like,
you should have just said.
maybe he'll correct it without me having to say something.
Yeah, so first grade, and then the middle kiddo is in pre-K, and then the youngest was supposed to start like a early education program this year, and we took her a few times, and then she just started crying when we took her, and to be completely honest, I was kind of having like being sad that the kids were not at home because we were so used to them being home, and I thought, well, maybe we'll take this year to just spend with her and give her one-on-one attention. So she is only 3.
Mm-hmm.
So I thought we'll keep her at home for one more year, and then next year she'll start pre-K. So she's gonna be at home with us, which has already been so much fun. I really enjoy it. I sometimes will load her up, and she and I will go out to the farm and piddle around out there, and I really enjoy it. So
I know, I miss
kids are doing really great though.
Yeah, the last it's only been 2 days, or 2.5 days, but it feels like it's been 100 million days, and I miss the kids so much. I can hear them outside the door, and they're all laughing, and I just like miss being out here and like a part of everything. It's sad.
Now that was a neat question.
So Jermaine said, thinking of buying 5 acres near my hometown parents, where I work remotely with Starlink internet, but I'm single and gay. Am I ready to move back to the country? Live there from 0 to 17 years old.
So it's funny that you asked that, because we've had a lot of people that we know that live in bigger cities like New York City, LA, even our friends down in New Orleans. When we talk to them, there's I think a big desire to move out of the city for some people. And my mom is still a realtor here in the town that we live in, and she's had a lot of clients from out of state, like California. I think she had 4 clients from Northern California this year, which is really crazy.
Wow.
But it seems like more and more people are moving out of bigger cities into like smaller areas. But it works for us. I enjoy living where we do, because back before the pandemic we were able to travel more because you save money on like rent and mortgages, because homes are cheaper outside of big cities. But yeah, I like it, but it's not for everybody for sure.
That's true. It's definitely like a simpler way of life in every sense of the word. Life is just easier in a smaller city, but yeah, we love it.
So Andrew said, y'all got me hooked on this 7 Moons wine. We actually took a break from 7 Moons, and then just recently started buying it again, because we switched to white wine, and then I did not enjoy drinking white wine for a long time, so I just kind of stopped drinking for a couple of months, and then tried red wine, I guess when we were in Florida the last time.
Yeah.
And then now we bought 7 Moons again. Carrie said many New Yorkers are moving to Florida. And the Floridian is going to New York.
Lane has a bottle of 7 Moon in his fridge. Represent.
Derek said I moved from NYC to Texas.
Oh wow. I love a good Chardonnay. I'm like hooked on that.
Huntington, Tennessee. I've not heard of Huntington. Tennessee is a very wide state, so we're on the one end of it, and for us to get to the other end of it takes like 7 hours. So it's actually a really long state, but.
Mm-hmm. Linda said, "Do you have enough garden produce to freeze some for the winter?"
Well, Dixie has eaten a lot of it, and I have just not had the time to mess with the garden. Dixie kind of took it into her hands and planted everything and tended to everything, and I'm just glad that somebody is getting good use out of it. But I know that she's had a lot of, she had a lot of cucumbers and zucchini and okra. She's been eating some of the corn that's grown, some basil, purple basil, some carrots. I think next year is going to be our year of garden. This year for me was kind of a test year to see what mistakes we made and how to fix them next year. So hopefully next year we'll have better luck with the garden. Real question. Is the Honda Ridgeline a real truck?
Hyundai Santa Cruz or Toyota Tacoma?
So
Honda Ridgeline is a real truck. We actually test drove.
Yeah, to me it's Toyota Tacoma all day long.
But for sure, yeah, the Tacoma is the way to go. Jeffrey, she would love to receive pictures of your garden. That's cute.
Mm-hmm.
Seth, my mom is doing fine. She's doing well.
Yeah. She was actually sick around the same time that I was.
This time?
Mm-hmm. We were sick at about the same time.
I'm like losing. I remember her being really sick.
You made me chicken noodle soup and then you took it to her.
Oh yeah, that's right. I just remember her really sick. Remember back in the beginning of this year, back in like March. Remember when I was putting her bed together and she came home and she was sick, but that wasn't COVID. That was like a stomach bug.
Her symptoms this time did seem to be COVID symptoms, but she also tested negative. I kind of think that she and I both had it, but I don't know.
Yeah, I think you did too. The kids have not gotten sick. Well, I mean, they've gotten sick, especially since being back in school and like just being out in general more this year. They get sick so easily, but they, I don't think any of them had COVID.
Linda, the pond has not been filled up yet, so we have not seen how it's going to impact the wildlife around. I'm really hoping that we don't end up with a bunch of snakes out there, but who knows? I think it'll be really pretty, other than if we end up with some snakes. However, we do have geese, and I heard that geese will try to like chase them off, or even I've heard that geese eat snakes.
Wow.
Now I kind of want to Google that. Let's see.
Yeah, the pond looks so good. It's like almost finished, right? And then, and then the rain. We just wait for the rain. PJ said it'll probably take up to a year.
Well, no.
For it to be full.
Mm-mm.
No.
I thought so, but we had a rain a couple of weeks ago, and the pond was already dug, but it wasn't finished, and it filled up with water in 2 days. So I think it'll fill up a lot. If we get a good amount of water, then yes, I think.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so geese do eat snakes.
Good.
Geese, ducks, and chickens will kill and eat harmless and venomous snakes of the sizes they can manage. Well, we have 24 geese, and we have like 13 chickens and 8 guineas. So I think between all that, hopefully they'll keep the snakes away. Other than the good ones that keep the rats away.
Hello to Brazil. Rhonda said, have we come up with a family Halloween costume theme? We haven't. I was telling PJ a couple weeks ago that I would love to this year. I just don't know what we would.
We think our friends from New Orleans are going to come back up for Halloween. We've always talked about how our town turns into the movie Hocus Pocus around Halloween. And I think we finally convinced them to come up this year.
Mm-hmm.
So they're planning on coming up the weekend maybe the weekend of Halloween. But yeah,
Mm.
I asked the kids this yesterday what they wanted to be dressed up for Halloween, and the oldest wanted to use his costume from last year. I was like, wait, you don't want to be something different? And at first he was like, no, but then he changed his mind.
Couldn't fit into it.
And then the middle one wanted to be the bumblebee on his. Oh, I just said somebody's name, but it's okay.
Goodness, you are messing up all over the place tonight.
It's not even her real name, so not a big deal.
That's true. It is not her real name. Anyways, let's move on from this conversation. Terry, yes, Cleveland is great for Halloween. It's a cute little town. Everyone goes all out. And it's, like PJ said, it's like hocus pocus. Everyone takes it very seriously. I think they used to take it a lot more seriously whenever I was young, but it's still pretty big now.
What else?
Do you feel comfortable?
Oh yeah. So somebody asked about the Trichotillomania that I have talked about having. So if you've noticed, I've kept my head shaved for a good portion of the last year, and it was because every time I'd let it grow out, I would start pulling it out. This is the longest that it's been in probably, I don't know, when we went to Florida, it kind of got, the first time it was longer, but then I had to shave it again. I'm really excited to grow my hair out right now, so I'm hoping that the excitement of growing my hair out for this winter will keep me from pulling it. I haven't had the urge to pull, so fingers crossed. I am on a medication that is supposed to help with OCD behaviors, so fingers crossed that that is going to help with the Trichotillomania. I'm not sure.
Well, Mark said that your hair looks great. Hi, Mary.
Thank you.
Frank, my mom. I wonder if people are getting my mom confused with your mom. Because Frank said, "How is your mother?" My mom is good. She's doing well.
She's doing real estate and loving it.
She is in.
Oh, hey, Shayna. But yeah, she's doing great. She's had a couple of closings, which is nice.
Yeah.
It's hard to get started as a realtor, but it's really one of those things that you just have to commit to and stick with. And yeah, I think she's gonna be great.
She's pretty driven. She's pretty. She's really hardworking. So I think it's gonna work out for her. She still loves the cottage, and right down the road. So that is good. PJ's mom is doing okay. She's still kind of feeling sick, right?
Yeah, so my mom, she still has COVID, and she is kind of like Thomas. She's really tired. The first couple of days were not that bad, and then she got to where her biggest symptoms, I think, were just being tired, but she also had a cough and a fever. My mom doesn't really get fevers very often, so that kind of freaked me out. But it seems like she's been stable the last 3 days. Every time I call her in the morning, and I always say, "How are you feeling? How did you feel last night?" In the last 3 days, it's been the same as the day before, so she's not getting any worse. She's not really getting any better. I think today was the first day that she said that she seemed like she was doing a little bit better, so.
I know, I can't imagine how much, because I only felt really bad for 3 days, maybe 4. And it's I can't imagine how it would feel without being vaccinated.
So Mimi said, do the kiddos know they will be adopted and a family forever? So that was something that we started talking to the older kiddos about. The youngest one has really only known us as her parents. I think in the beginning, she had a memory of her bio parents, But once that first couple of, well, I'd say once that first year was over and visitation stopped, she kind of, she was too young, I think, to remember. So I don't think we'll have to explain that to her, but the oldest definitely knows
For sure.
about the whole process and like how it happens, and yeah, so we've kept him up to date with kind of how things are looking and the steps that have to happen for that to happen. But yeah, they definitely know that we plan to adopt and that we will be a forever family and forever home for the kids.
Mm-hmm. So sweet.
Yeah.
How long do you have the kids now? We've had them for 2 years.
Just so crazy.
It is crazy.
I don't think, does it feel like 2 years to you? Because it does not feel like 2 years to me.
Well, sometimes it feels like it's been 10 years. And then, because I'm like, this is just such our like normal life now. It's like, so we are on like such a routine. And then sometimes I'll look at old pictures or videos from like May of 2019. I'm like, oh, that was a fun trip. That didn't seem like that long ago. And then I'm like, oh wait, we didn't even have the kids then.
Yeah.
And like then it hits me where it's like, oh, it's only been 2 years.
I think that for me,
It's weird.
The pandemic really, that whole year of the pandemic, we stayed home so much that entire year feels like a couple of months for some reason. It doesn't feel like, just really warped my sense of time.
Mm-hmm.
I don't, for some reason it's just very blurry, and everything that we did in that time frame, which was the same thing every single day, like we woke up, we walked around in the house, we made breakfast, we walked around the house, we made lunch, we walked around in the house.
Well, remember we took so many walks too. Do you remember that?
Mm-hmm.
I have so many photos on my phone of just like us taking walks with the kids and the dogs just to get out of the house. And then we went to the farm a lot. But back then we called it the land. We have a lot of memories out there from last year.
Shannon, we do not watch the Tennessee Vols or the Titans. We're not really big into sports. However,
At all.
However, yesterday while Thomas was napping, I took the boys to a park close by, and I was teaching the oldest like basketball techniques, like how to pass the ball 3 different ways and like dribbling. I would really like for the kids to get in sports or dance or
sis
something.
Loves to dance. Oh my goodness. Well, really,
They
the
all love to
oldest and the
dance.
youngest love to dance. I feel like our middle kiddo, he likes it, but he's not like. Remember, our oldest came to us like breakdancing,
Mm-hmm.
and then sis is always just like, I'll put on a song in the car and I'll look back and she's like getting into it and huffing and puffing and dancing and like serving me face.
It's funny though, because we don't push like gender typical
like stereotypical gender,
like
anything.
Because Anna's a girl. Oh my god.
Keisha, hey, you've got to be more conscious of that.
Because she is girl, I'm not like, oh, you like to dance? You want to be a ballerina? And with the boys, I'm like, you would be a great football player, blah, blah, blah. However, I will say that they have somehow naturally gravitated to specific things.
Mm-hmm.
And the middle kiddos, preschool teacher sent me a video on like the 2nd or 3rd day of school. And the kids don't have a basketball or basketball goal. And the video is of him, like he dribbles the ball like once and then he picks it up and he shoots it like perfectly and it makes it into the net. And I was like, oh my goodness, we've not taught him how to do that at all. So I think he is definitely gonna, I want to like push the fact that he enjoys doing it and make sure that if that's something that he wants to do, that he can do it.
Yeah, so I just hope they all get involved
Something.
in something that they enjoy. I would hate for it to feel like a chore or like something that they're committed to do that they don't want to do. I mean, I remember growing up, I hated sports, but I always felt the need to join one, in part to like hide the fact that I was gay. which I also hated, but they're also just so good for you. Well, it is 8:01. We've been here for 30 minutes.
I did cut this myself.
Oh, the shirt, yeah. J.R. Sanchez asked if I'm connected with my Lebanese roots and if I'll teach the kids about Lebanese culture. I'm not really connected to my Lebanese roots, but we would love to teach the kids more about like their culture and where kind of their bio family comes from.
The kids are half Hispanic, so I think teaching them about culture in general and different cultures will be. I mean, we do with on your side of the family. I feel like your mom has shown them different foods already.
Yeah, there's certain things that even like when growing up with my Situ, my grandma, like the fact that the kids call my mom Situ, and then like she'll make certain foods like lubi or fatoya or kidbey or tahini or just little Lebanese things, and the kids are fearless when it comes to trying food. Well, they used to be. Lately, they're picky. Except our oldest, he'll try anything, but the two younger ones barely eat sandwiches these days. It is a struggle, but yes, that's that.
Why don't we end on what are you guys watching?
Yeah, what are you guys watching on TV?
Because we're running out of shows.
Right now we're watching Evil, which is so good. The first season's on Netflix, the second season's on Paramount Plus. It's a show, it's kind of your standard procedural show where it's like every week there's a different crime, but all of the episodes kind of streamlined together over a bigger, there's a bigger story arc, and it's like kind of horror, but also funny, and I love it. And then we're also watching sort of this 9/11 documentary called Turning Point, 9/11 and the War on Terror. On Netflix, highly recommend it. So good, especially with 9/11 being yesterday. And it's also super nostalgic, just seeing images from back then of everything that was going on. Like, I was in 5th grade, you were a sophomore? And like seeing it now through adult eyes, especially with children, like the gravity and the severity of it is just so much more impactful, but that's good too. And then we started a show on Netflix called Clickbait. It was very...
Did you guys check out? Oh my gosh. We need to ask them if they've watched the HBO show.
Which one?
The one that makes fun of us.
Oh.
Oh, well, we kind of talked about... Well, this is live, so we'll talk about it.
Yeah.
So somebody messaged us and was like, have you seen the show... What's it called?
The Other Two.
The Other Two. And the episode was called...
Pat does another live show or something. It's episode 4 of season 2.
Anyways, this episode completely takes our life and makes fun of us, and it is funny, but it's also very exaggerated. It's a gay couple that they're an Instagram couple. Their name is the Property Dads or the
Property Daddies.
I think it's the proper. Is it?
I made sure before I put it in the video because I did not want to get it wrong. Yeah, Property Daddies.
They're the Property Daddies, and they remodel properties, and they literally. So they have there's so many. I kind of want y'all to just watch it, and then let's come back next week, and then we'll talk about it because they must have had a team of people that sat down at a table and were like, okay, they have a frame wall, we'll use that. Then they went through our Instagram account and picked out 10 different pictures that we have done over the last maybe 2 years, and then used the exact same pose down to clothing. Even some of them, when I zoom in, I'm pretty sure they took our faces off and put them in on the photos.
Yeah, the details are great.
They had a pilot on HGTV, and they even for the pilot for HGTV, we sold the house for the pilot, but in real life we didn't. It's this house, same storyline. There's just like, it's on and on and on and on.
Yeah,
and
they
on.
have the sweatshirts that say property of whatever, and it was, they clearly, like, they were going for us, an exaggerated version of us, or at least what we portray online, and they nailed it. They did a wonderful job. I looked up the creator and the writer of the show, and he happened to follow us already. So,
and then we messaged him and said
the attention to detail was astounding. With a laughing face, like all in good fun. He read it, but he didn't respond.
Yeah.
So I was hoping, because I think that whenever I watched it at first, I was like mortified, because I was like, oh my gosh, like they're literally making fun of us, and that's never a good feeling. But then I was like, who friggin' cares? And how many people can say that they were made fun of, or the inspiration to be made fun of on an HBO show? I almost said HGTV. On an HBO show. So yeah, it's kind of whatever, but I think it's all in good fun, and I kind of wanted to talk to him and say, like, this is so crazy, like, how did you come up with this? Is this whatever? But he didn't respond. I don't think he's going to.
Hi, Dixie. I think Dixie's on here.
Is she?
Mm-hmm. She just texted me this.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, she must be on here. She must not be chatting, though. Chris said it's like an ongoing thing to make fun of Instagram gays that do a lot of renovating, lol. But you know who was the first?
Yeah.
Let's just put that out there right now. PJ has been renovating homes for like 15 years.
Well, no. It's not fair to say who was the first, because there have been many gay couples that have renovated homes.
On Instagram, is what I'm saying.
Not on Instagram.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Who's the first? Like, whenever we started our Instagram account way back in 2015 called The Property Lovers, we only knew of like 2 or 3 other Instagram accounts by gay people. It was just like 2 or 3 others. And then we started one, and we were like, what do we do? Like, do we post together? How do we say we or I? Like, everything was just so new back then. We weren't making any money off Instagram. It was just something to be creative and document us renovating our house. We also just got engaged, and we're about to be married. So it was like a whole new world. And so, yeah.
Yeah, Dixie is on here.
Oh, fun. So, yeah, that's what it was. And there have since been many gay Instagram couple accounts. So it was kind of neat to be one of the first in on that niche, I guess, and grow and have it evolve into something. Now I hope that what people take from it is way more than just us. Now we post about our family and different projects we have going on, like the farm, and we're kind of moving in a different direction anyways after this week, I think, too. So that's that. Should we call it a night?
Yes.
Okay.
Well, thank you. I keep looking down here to talk. Thank you guys so much for joining on the live. We will hopefully have some videos coming out this week. One in which we are very excited to share with you guys, and I think that you will also be excited to watch it.
Yeah, thank you guys so much for chatting with us. We would love to do this again soon.
I know. I think I would like to
start this up again, like once a week.
Mm-hmm.
I think the last time we did a live, we said the same thing that we never did. But now that
it'll be easier.
It will be easier because the kids are at school, which means they go to bed earlier, which means and we have a break during the day, so we have more energy now after this whole COVID thing, of course. So, thank you guys so much, and hope you have a wonderful week ahead.
Until next time, bye-bye.
Bye.